Hello, I'm Peter Page, from the cast of the Showtime original series Queer as Folk. It's been more than 2 decades since the first known case of HIV/AIDS. Last year alone, more than 5 million people were infected worldwide, and by 2010, it is estimated another 45 million will get this disease, if nothing changes. While there's not yet a cure for AIDS, HIV is preventable. Early testing and treatment can save lives. We can stop the spread of HIV and AIDS. We can stop the spread of HIV and AIDS. For more information about what you can do, log on to knowhivaids.org or call 1-866-344-KNOW.
It's a people, it's a community, it's a life, it's a heart, it's a spirit.
Question: the heck would you want a picture of a tattoo of $1,000 on your penis for?
What makes this book so relevant, even though it was written over 100 years ago, is that it's about terrorism.
The work, sex, cars, bars, broads.
And with children, it's building on what they have. They have great imagination.
Dementia is not a diagnosis. It's a set of symptoms.
And he kept explaining to me that I wasn't gay. You cannot be gay. You just cannot.
The main thing is to be open and honest and be, true to yourself.
Hello and welcome to Talking About. I'm Jon Griffith, your host, and today I have a very special guest who I've been asking to come on the show for a long, long time, and she's finally relented.
Relented.
Yes, my guest is Lourds. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks.
And I am so glad that you've agreed to do this. Well, what is so unique about Lourds is you are a singer-songwriter, and along with the electric violin, can you give us a brief biography?
Dude, I gotta give the biography.
Okay.
Biko will give the biography. I don't know.
Okay, well, from what I've read about you, you were a child prodigy. Is that accurate?
Okay, well, I started playing when I was 3 years old, so I was really great in the violin, and I actually played in Carnegie Hall, and peaked actually when I was 6, because I was so on fire when I was a little girl, because I practiced like 4 to 8 hours a day when I was like 3 to like 8 years old. And then I started jumping off the stages and playing into the audience, because it was like, I don't know, I just started wanting to make the audience get involved, and I was like a little kid, and that was my instinct, to get them involved somehow. And my teachers were pissed off. So needless to say, I kind of like stopped doing classical, and then I started going more and more into other things, like playing a little harder with my bow, and like getting more into a whole other, maybe rock and roll, but I didn't know it was rock and roll, but rebelling against the system is rock and roll. So,
right, so this is still as a preteen.
This is me as a little girl. So I started jumping off the stages, and my conductor said, you're making a mockery of classical music. So I just said, all right, well, you know what, bite me, and I'm gonna keep on jumping off the stages and playing really hard and getting people into it, but it's like my thing, you know what I mean? So.
Well, at least it's true to yourself.
Yes.
Which is sort of a common theme within your music, from what I've heard and from what I understand of it. Would that be an accurate assessment?
I would say you're right. You just have to just look into yourself, think about it, and just be whoever it is that speaks to you. That's it. I mean, it sounds really corny, but the bottom line is that be you. Be you and feel proud about it. That's it.
The second that you said hello, I knew you well and you knew me, as if we met lifetimes ago. And this is where we ought to be. 10,000 years ago I felt the same. I love you now, I love you always. When we come round again, I know your name. I love you now, I love you always.
Well, being you, and how does the you turn into the music?
You know what? It's all about like emitting passion. It's like when I get up on stage, it's like real. It's like I'm in it and I'm feeling it, and that's what it's all about. And hopefully everyone who comes down to a show they're like not thinking about their laundry. They're not thinking about like, what do I have to do tomorrow? Like how am I going to get through my day tomorrow? Like what do I have to do at 5 o'clock? You're thinking about the show and you're feeling it. And it's all about like emotion, raw emotion. That's what it's all about, you know, and expressing yourself, whatever that means, you know, but just like get out there and feel it, you know, rock it. That's all.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I do find you to be an incredible live performer. You know, kiss butt, kiss butt, kiss butt. But, but I mean, that is accurate. I mean, the first time I saw you, which was about a year ago, and you won me over. I mean, I could just, I think I told this to you once, close my eyes and ride the music.
Oh wow, ride the music. That's really good.
And
that's awesome. Thank you.
I mean, that is my feeling. It touched me on a personal level. And do you find that happens a lot with your fan base, that your music just you're in tune with what they're feeling? Is that a part of it?
You know, I make it a point to embrace the audience. Like some entertainers are trying to, you know, perform and they get into their own little space and it's not about anyone out there. For me, it's like we're all in this together. Like and Beaker's in it too, so let's all like get in it. But seriously, it's all about, you know, a group dynamic, and you know, everyone sing along, everyone raise your hands in the air, everyone be involved. That's what it's about for me. It's like we're all in this together. Like let's, you know, we're all a crazy mess, and let's just be proud of it and walk together in the mud. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Let's be messy, let's be muddy, let's be dirty, and let's be in it together. That's what it's all about. So, I mean, I do try to get everyone into it. You know, I do try to like make everyone feel involved.
Don't you understand that I know who I am? I won't defend it again. Don't you understand that I know who I am? I can't get into your head. Don't you understand that I know?
Touching on the feeling aspect, some of the lyrics that I've understood is also overcoming some adversity as well. I mean, that's what I feel. That's, yeah, I don't know if that's a personal interpretation or if that's what you express as well.
No, that's absolutely true. Because you know what? When I write songs, it's about me feeling strong. It's about me getting to a better place. So I write music for me to feel better, you know? And so if other people get strength from that, that's awesome, you know? But it's like all about like, you know what? I feel dark, I feel unhappy, I feel sad, and I just want to get out of there. I want to get out of that place. So it's like strength from weakness is very much a theme as well, you know? So
does that come from being
crushed, brokenhearted? Yes.
I was gonna say kicked a few times.
Yes. That's right. That's why I like Beaker. Beaker is the best, because you remember Beaker? Beaker was in the Muppet Show, and Beaker was the guy that got blown up all the time, you know? And so I'm here to protect him, you know? Because he was the guy that like the mad scientist would blow up and he'd be like meep 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 and like get like all upset. But you know what? He's here with me, and you know what? He's like, he throws a big fuck you to everybody, because you know what? No more! And he's like badass now. It's badass Beaker and Lourds on stage together in a theater near you.
Okay, and what does the future hold?
I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on being me, being true to myself, and just being real, and take it from there. You know, I don't look too far ahead. I just be real to the present. You know, I just try to do what's good for right now, and right now it's like there's a lot of people that are responding to my music, and I'm so happy about it. So, like, leave it.
Well, that's how you caught me.
Right, that's it. Just leave it up to the cosmos and just like let it go at that, and you know, we're gonna take it from there. You know, I feel happy with where I'm at right now. You know, I feel happy that I've sold 15,000 CDs on my own. You know, I feel happy that, you know, people are responding and saying, you know what, like, I'm in a different place because I listen to your music. I feel happy because, you know, I feel stronger. I feel like I can handle things. I feel like whatever. I feel like fuck you. I feel like whatever it is that people feel, they're feeling it. And I'm making people feel I'm doing my job, even if it's one person. That's it. If I sold 5 CDs, that's great. You know, people are there and they're feeling, and so yay. That's it. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't care about like fame and fortune and all that stuff. It's all about like just being true to the song, you know, and just writing good music and having a few people respond, and that's it. So
you've the music dominates the business aspect.
That's it. Business. What's business? I don't know business. I know Beaker. That's it. I don't know business.
Beaker is your best friend of the evening.
Yeah. Well, I got it from a fan, and you know, yay, I'm going to protect Beaker, and this is all about. This is what it's all about. It's all about feeling the music and being true to the music, and everything else will follow. I'm a musician. That's it.
Okay. And where can people find you?
LOURDSmusic.com. So come check out the website and come to a show, and yay.
The shows are very, very much worth it. Like I said, you won me over the first time I saw you. I didn't know you from Eve, and just like I said, I wrote the music.
Come on now.
So there is a link.
Thank you.
Thank you. And there is a link to Lourds' website on the talkingabout.info webpage. I put it up there long before we even did this interview.
Thank you,
because I knew if I didn't relent, I would get you.
You did. You were funny in your email, so thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and it has been a pleasure. LordsMusic.com, talkingabout.info, and right now we're going to check in with Dr. Cynthia, and back in a minute. Thanks.
Hello and welcome to Ask Dr. Cynthia. I'm Dr. Cynthia Pizzulli, certified sex therapist, and today we have a letter from Carla, who writes, "My boyfriend sometimes wants me to wear high heels to bed. I don't mind doing this once in a while, but I worry that when I do, that he might be thinking of someone else. Should I be worried?" First of all, here we go with another case of a woman who thinks there's something wrong with her that's causing her partner to have a particular preference, okay? That's a very, very inappropriate assumption, first of all, because it's probably not you, Carla. I mean, this is probably just something he enjoys, and it sounds like a lot of fun. He enjoys when you wear high heels to bed. But the thing that I've always said on this program, and it's very, very important, is to tell him that you're worried about this. This is something that you're concerned about, that you're insecure about it, that you're afraid that he's thinking of someone else when he's having sex with you. Probably you'll find out he'll say, "What are you talking about, Carla? That's got nothing to do with it. I just really think you look hot in high heels." And then you can have good sex, and that's what's the most important thing. So thanks for writing, Carla. If any of you have any questions, concerns, issues, feel free to email me or write to the address on your screen.
Hello and welcome back, and I want to thank Dr. Cynthia for that. And now I am joined in studio by an up-and-coming young artist, Shanel. Welcome.
Hi.
And just if the audience has heard it in your voice already, you're not a native New Yorker.
No, I'm not. I'm actually from London. Yeah.
And what brought you into our neck of the woods, aside from doing this wonderful, fabulous show?
Hey. Well, I've basically come over here to record and shoot a video for my up-and-coming EP. Yeah, I mean, basically, just come. I mean, I've never been to New York. I've never been to the United States before. And just wanted to come over here, sample a bit, and just do some, you know, music. And
okay, so you are in the music industry. Obviously, we've established that. What are you working on right now?
Well, basically, I've got a heap of material because I produce. I'm not just an artist; I produce as well. So I've got about 2 or 3 albums worth. So, but I need to get out there more. So what I'm working on right now is I've just done my first EP, full production myself. And I've just come over to work with a guy, an engineer, to basically do the masters and get it out there. So, I mean, I've got my first promo out on the 14th of July, which I'm doing the video for. So that's really what I'm focusing on right now.
Okay, and what style of music are you performing?
Well, it's kind of, it's difficult. I mean, everyone says different, or it's a bit different and stuff like this. I mean, it is different in ways because I have produced myself. It's it's just been me. It's not, you know, I mean, I think a lot of artists, they work with different people and they get that certain sound, you know, where it's just being me on my own, writing, producing. I've kind of conjured up something a bit different. It's like a commercial rap kind of style. It's I wouldn't say hip hop, but you know, I'm kind of singing,
influenced
rapping.
by hip hop to a certain
Yeah.
extent? Just an eclectic form of influences, or
it's I suppose it's influenced obviously where I'm from, London, the UK, because you know the market over there is a lot more commercial in terms of the pop kind of stuff.
Okay.
You know, obviously over here, you know, especially New York, it's very, you know, hip hop and urban. I mean, you've got more of that in the UK, but it is, you know, market-wise and what's selling, you do have to look, obviously, at what's selling. So, I mean, I've kind of tailored my work towards that market. So that's why I say it's a more commercial kind of form of rap.
To be able to be more marketable at home.
Yeah, because I've obviously been surrounded by that, I've been influenced by that. So, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I've produced. I mean, one of the things that I wanted to do, and I'm doing while I'm over here, is to actually kind of experiment more with my sound as well. Go more the hip-hop way as well. So instead of not just having the commercial kind of rap stuff, I want to experiment, you know, with harder beats, me rapping more, which is easier to do over here because a lot more people are doing it.
Okay.
You know, so yeah.
So there's a void back at home?
There's a lot less people doing it, you know. You've got a lot more scope to do a lot more over here, you know. I mean, I don't want to kind of downplay the UK hip hop scene because it is up and coming, and there's a lot of, you know, there is a lot of people doing stuff out there. But obviously, you know, in New York, you've got tons of people,
right,
you know, so you can pick and choose. You can get, you know, good quality stuff going.
Okay, and you've established that you're sort of taking on many hats within this. What is your primary hat? What role do you enjoy the most?
I suppose it's kind of difficult. I suppose the female artist performer, you know. I do enjoy writing production. I mean, we haven't kind of discussed it, but I do design. I've got, you know, I studied design, graphic design. I've got a whole heap of stuff going on, but the primary thing is, yeah, a female artist within, you know, selling my music, really.
Okay, and you know, once it's released, what are the steps that you need to follow?
Basically, just getting out there. You know, these days it's a lot more easier for an independent artist to get out there because of things like the internet.
That was what I was going to ask about. The internet as a venue.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, I've basically I've set up my own record label, and you know, as an independent artist, I don't know. You know, years ago you wouldn't be able to distribute to a global audience at all. Do you know what I mean? So really, yeah, it's just getting out there. Just kind of, you know, like coming over to New York, making networks, speaking to people, passing your stuff out, obviously performing live, you know, things like this. You just need to get recognised, really.
Right, so people can recognise the sound and pick up on it and tell their friends, you know, like the old commercial, I told 2 friends and they told 2 friends and so on and so on and so on.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
And is your sound something of a reflection of who you are?
Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
And how does that play?
I kind of am very true to myself as an artist and as a person. You know, within the music industry, there is, I don't want to be negative about certain things, but there is quite a substantial amount of work which it's just out there for the money, you know. I mean, there is a lot of very, very good work, don't get me wrong, but you know, there's people, you know, singing lyrics about, I don't know, stuff that really isn't relevant to what's going on in the world and stuff like that.
I tied my shoes this morning, I tied my shoes, I tied my shoes, I tied my shoes this morning.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, it kind of gets a bit tedious, do you know what I mean? And it's, I think I think these days especially, people are looking for a little bit something more, because the market's got so, you know, there's so much out there, it's so much the same. People are like, well, I want to hear something different, you know.
A little bit of depth.
Yeah, and, you know, going back to your question, that's basically what I put in my music. I mean, my lyrics, I mean, obviously, I don't want to be too deep and too serious and too dark. You know, I've kind of, on the EP, I've kind of contrasted a bit and be quite playful. Obviously, to go for sound as well, quite a commercial, uplifting thing. But I do try to shape my lyrics around things that can have some kind of relevancy towards people's lives, you know, that they can relate to, that, you know, it's not just like, you know, kind of mind-numbing, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well, what are some of the themes that you do touch on?
Well, my promo out the 14th of July is basically called My Sunshine, and this is quite an upbeat, positive track. It's just about being myself, or being yourself, you know, in terms of the listener as well. And it's my sunshine is like, you know, my sunshine, that's myself, you know, who I am. And the track's basically kind of saying, you know, you don't have to wear other people's clothes, you don't have to be them, you can be yourself. And I think especially in terms of within the music industry, you know, that's important, to be yourself, to be out there and not...
Self-empowerment.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Big words, yeah.
Which it seems to be your overall theme.
Yeah.
In its own way.
Yeah.
Because you're wearing all these hats and you're taking all these steps and you're jumping across the ocean to come here to just dive in and take some chances.
Yeah.
And ultimately, what do you want it to bring?
I want it to be inspiration in some ways, or, you know, yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff. You know, I do everything myself, which has been a lot of hard work. I mean, even down to my own website, you know, stuff like this.
On that website is?
It's www.shanelsworld.com.
Okay.
Shanel's World.
And we'll have a link to that on our website as well.
Cool.
And you were saying?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I've done so much myself, and, you know, just coming over to New York, just what I want to kind of do is just be a kind of, I don't want to be like God, or, you know, I mean, I just want to be an inspiration. Because, for instance, in the UK market, a lot of the kind of stuff that people do is go to an audition, a management company, we're looking for 1 girl, 2 girls, 3 girls, you know, 2 boys to start a band, and it's not giving people the individual power to their own careers, you know. And what I wanted to do was kind of say, well, actually, I can do this, or I can do that, or, you know, I mean, obviously it's a longer route and it's harder work, but I think it's more rewarding because, you know, it's not all about money and all these kind of things. What's rewarding is basically helping other people, inspiring other people. And if I can say, or if I can, you know, as an artist say, well, actually, I didn't have any money, I didn't have this, I didn't have anyone supporting me, you know, but right. I did all these things somehow. Do you know what I mean? You
overcame. You know, you went against the odds and you won.
Yeah.
And to provide, and that provides a role model for the next generation.
Yeah, 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 definitely, yeah.
Did you find a lack of people like that in your upbringing?
I think kind of round that question, it has been personally, it's been quite hard for me because I didn't have, you know, I haven't come from a musical background. My parents, you know, these kind of things, and I've never had someone like, whether it's an uncle or a manager or anyone kind of pushing me. Okay. Which can be difficult, I think, you know. I've had to motivate myself 100%. I've had to pick myself up, you know, I've had to kind of believe in myself. And yeah, I mean, so yeah, there has been a lack of that. And, you know, even looking to other artists, I've kind of, you know, tried to look, I don't know, for some inspiration to see what other artists are out there, you know, who said, yeah, well, I've done it on my own. You know, I didn't have, I don't know, my father telling me, well, you you know, these great mottos. You know,
Okay.
do you know what I mean? Just some kind of inspiration.
Okay, and this 12 minutes has been something of an inspiration. The website again, chanelsworld.com.
Yep.
There is a link to that on the talkingabout.info website, which will be up during the closing credits. You're going to have to come back and sit down with me again.
Okay, cool, definitely.
So,
yeah.
And I want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
All right.
And I will see you again next time.
Okay, cool.
This is the Noah's Ark Project non-profit organization, public charity. We are located in New York and Queens. We take unwanted animals from the community to place them for adoption. We also have a low-cost service to spay and neuter animals. Our phone number is 718-343-5204, and our website is www.artproject.com. Thank you.
I'm Sharon Gless, from the cast of the Showtime original series, Queer as Folk. It's been more than 2 decades since the first known case of HIV/AIDS. Last year alone, more than 5 million people were infected worldwide. And by 2010, it is estimated another 45 million will get this disease if nothing changes. While there's not yet a cure for AIDS, HIV is preventable. Early testing and treatment can save lives. We can stop the spread of HIV and AIDS. For more information about what you can do, log on to knowhivaids.org or call 1-866-344-KNOW.